Hello there, it's just me, your old buddy Grizzly Jim. Now, I know I've been a bit quiet just lately. Not just on sort of YouTube, but everything, all social media really. I mean, let's face it, it's been a tough couple of years for everyone. I mean, I'm not the only one that's been struggling. We've lived through a pretty intense global event, let's call it. Some have fared a lot better than others, but yeah, it's been a weird old time. Plus over here in the UK, we've had Brexit, which is, as a small business owner, has caused no end of problems. But we move on, we power through, and I think as a result, partly because my line of work is so closely entwined with my passion, I don't mind saying, I'll be honest when I say I've kind of lost my mojo. I've lost my archery mojo, and that's what I wanted to make this little video about. Is what do you do when you lose your archery mojo? Because I'm not the only one. It happens to people all the time, and depending on how you deal with it, usually determines whether or not you're ever going to pick up the bow again. And I want to pick up the bow again. I want you to pick up the bow again. I mean, I've been shooting for 30 odd years, 35 years more or less, and it's not the first time I've lost my mojo. I've lost my mojo a few times, and there's nothing wrong with that. I think, you know, years ago I took an extended break from archery to pursue another passion of mine, which was ice hockey. I struggled to do both, and I picked ice hockey for a few years and played that and enjoyed it, had an absolute blast. But I always come back to archery, and that's something that I've always done. I've always gone away and come back, and I think a lot of people will try, when they feel their mojo sort of slipping away, they'll force themselves to go shooting. They'll force themselves to go to the club. They'll force themselves to pick up the bow and shoot again. And personally, I don't think it's the healthiest approach. I think you should put down the bow. I think you should take a break. Allow yourself to take a break from archery. I mean, that's what I've done the past sort of best part of a year, maybe more, since I shot with any intent. Shot with any true passion, and allowing myself to take a break, I think, has done me the world of good. And it's only recently that I've realized that taking a break was a good thing, because, you know, I've tried to power through. I tried to go shooting. I didn't enjoy it, and if I'm not enjoying something, I'm not gonna be doing it to the best of my ability, and I'm probably not going to be wanting to do it again. But I'm big enough and ugly enough to know when I need to take a break, and that was kind of a bit of an epiphany I had, where I thought, you know what, I'm just going to let myself take a break. Today's the way we are today, and the way I am in sort of my position, I feel a lot of pressure to keep a profile up, to keep social media up to date, to keep Instagram going, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, all that stuff. And I'm tired. It's tiring doing all that stuff. So not only am I feeling I need to get out and shoot, I feel like, I need to get out and document the fact that I'm shooting or not shooting. And I don't. It doesn't matter. Yeah, it's probably going to hurt algorithms and whatnot, but I don't shoot for algorithms. I don't shoot for likes. I don't shoot for subs. Ultimately, I shoot because that's something I want to do, and it's something that I'm very passionate about, or at least was very passionate about. And it's a huge part of my life. That's why I shoot. I shoot to enjoy the sport of archery with the people I care about. I enjoy meeting new people. I enjoy talking to people about it. And it's amazing when I mean, I was at I was at a board game convention the other day. I mean, I like playing board games, and I bumped into some archers there, and it was absolutely fantastic. Just talking to them and hearing about their stories and where they come from, and you know, nerding out about board games and whatnot. It was fantastic, and I'll always love that sort of meeting new people and talking to people and stuff. But yeah, allowing myself to take a break from archery is as soon as I made the decision, I felt so much better. No pressure to create content, no pressure to go out and shoot. And when I do go back to archery, which will be very soon, like I say, I am going to archery. Thursday night's always been our archery night, and I meet up with the guys. We drink a bit of coffee, you know, maybe have a barbecue. We've even been playing some board games there. Just enjoying being outside and chatting to my friends. You know, that's still keeping me going. But yeah, allowing myself to take a break from archery has been quite refreshing, and I think it's quite a healthy thing to do. When things aren't going well, don't bang your head against a brick wall. Take a break, put the bow down. Knowing when to walk away from something, albeit temporarily, is a tough skill. We're humans, we're bullheaded, we try and push through things. We think, no, it's going to be okay, I'll just, you know, I'm not feeling it today, but I'm going to push myself anyway. You can do that, that's fine, but knowing when to take a break is an important skill, and it's one that we don't utilize enough. And I know, for me, one of my biggest problems, and the reason why I think I've lost a little bit of my mojo is the course of the past couple of years. I've missed out on the things that really would inspire me and really get my motor running. I mean, I draw a lot of inspiration from other people. I get enthusiastic around enthusiastic people. I bounce off people's energies, and I really miss the gatherings that we used to have, sort of in Austria and Germany, and with the guys from the gathering. They're like another family to me. They were amazing, but that hasn't happened for a few years for one reason or other, COVID being one of them. And that was all. I always used to say something like that used to recharge my batteries, and they do, but unfortunately we haven't had them, so I haven't had my batteries recharged. And a few years back, going to ETAR, that supercharged me. That was one of the most amazing archery experiences of my life, and the people I met there, it was fantastic. I would hugely recommend, if you can at some point, you know, make the trip and go to ETAR, do it. If you're a traditional archer, I think you have to at some point go to ETAR. It's amazing. And I've missed out on those things that have really sort of given me a boost. It doesn't mean they're not going to happen again, you know, but don't beat yourself up if things aren't working out, if things aren't going the way you want to. Take a break, put the bow down for a bit, be it a weekend, be it a month, be it, you know, 6 months. You know, it's not going to go anywhere. Archery is always going to be there for you, and I know it's always going to be there for me. And I'm already feeling that sort of tingle about getting back to it, and you know, going around the woods with my friends. That's what I miss more than the shooting. Just being out there in nature and doing my thing. That's what I'm missing. My days of shooting big tournaments and international competitions, I might give it another go. I might not, but I'll still be shooting. I'm just taking a little bit of a break, and I'm allowing myself to take a little bit of a break. And I think that's kind of important when you kind of, you know, because us as archers, I know what we're like. It's our thing, it's our passion, and we wear our heart on our sleeves. And you know, I know exactly what it's like, because I'm exactly the same. And it was heartbreaking when, sort of, I don't know, at the beginning of this year, I completely lost my passion. I thought, well, if I haven't got archery, who am I? What am I? What am I going to do? Am I going to have to wind things up and get a proper job? Probably will. but I'll always be me. I'll always be Jim. I'll always be Grizzly Jim. And, you know, taking a break's healthy, and I think when I come back at it full speed, it will be that much better. I'll be back with genuine passion instead of trying to. I've never faked my passion, but I've produced things that I wasn't overly passionate about in the recent months, and that's not what I. That's not me. That's not what I want. I want to be putting out genuinely passionate content, and that's how I express myself. I'm a filmmaker first and foremost, and that's how I express myself. If I'm passionate about something, I'll make videos about it. And it's not just archery I've made videos about. I've been into baseball and softball throughout the years. I've made videos about them, and I just enjoy making films. It just so happens that the thing I love to do most of all is archery, and so I make films about it. And I plan to make many more. But yeah, it's just been a bit of a rambly one. Just making up a few strings, catching up a bit of a backlog at Grizzly Strings, trying to get back on track with that. But that's the trouble. Like when your business is attached to the thing you're passionate about and you lose your passion, it's a struggle. But we'll get there. We'll get there together. Like I say, I'm not really going anywhere. I'm just not as active as I used to be. And it's difficult as well to compete with the way things are now with kind of like internet archery. Back in the day, and it was just grumpy old blokes talking about archery. Like it's me, Jeff Kavanagh, Wolfie Hughes, Gregory Richards, Jeff Krug, just guys of a certain age talking about archery. And that's the content I was watching, so that's the content I make. But now it's all TikTok trick shots and razzle dazzle, and I'm too old for that. But yeah, we'll get back to the woods with some plinky plonky guitar music and whatnot. But I do appreciate you guys sticking with me. It's it's been a slog, but we'll get there. And I appreciate all the support and the people ordering strings and t-shirts. And I got to say a big shout out to my patrons who are on Patreon. They're incredible people. And I probably wouldn't be able to continue to do what I do without them. So a huge thank you to those, and you know who you are, and I appreciate you. And I'm sorry I've had my head buried in the sand, but the phoenix will rise. It now sounds ridiculous. I'm not saying that, but you know what I mean. I'm just taking a little break, and it's okay to take a little break. And it's okay if your archery's not going the way you want it to. It's okay to put the bow down and take a break and just gain some perspective, do something new, go somewhere else, try something different. Because when you come back, it's going to be that much sweeter. You're going to remember all the feelings that came flooding back when you first picked up the bow. So it's okay. But anyway, I hope you found that useful. I'm going to finish this string. Yeah, you take care, shoot straight, and I'll see you on the internet. Bye-bye.